What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. My Fiesta ST is here in the sun. It's all dirty, but hey, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my top 5 overhyped cars of 2017. When I say overhyped, guys, what I mean is this. I'm not talking about just getting a car and then that car happens to have a lot of value and then you resell it for, $10,000, $15,000 more. What I'm talking about are cars that have come out in the past year, in 2017 alone, that there's a lot of public hype about and the price is a lot more than it should be. It's like an overinflated item because there's been a lot of marketing done. That's what I mean by hype, just so you guys know. With cars, there are a lot of hyped cars out there in the market, and for 2017, which was a pretty good financial year for a lot of people, they were spending money on cars, on clothes, they had a lot of money to spend. There were a lot of cars this year that I felt were very overhyped and are still, to this day, being sold way past their value. By the way, guys, these opinions are all my own. I don't want you guys to think that what I'm saying represents what anyone else thinks. This is just kind of what my observations are. So don't take anything I say too seriously. It's just my opinions, and I'm happy to discuss. Alright, without further ado, guys, I've created a list 1 through 5 on I have a list of all the prices. I've got a little cheat sheet right here. These are in no particular order, by the way. These are just 5 that came to mind with talking to some friends, thinking about myself, and then looking at all the pricing online. All right, here we go. We're going to start with the 2017 Honda Civic Type-R. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the Civic Type-R, it came out earlier this year, and yeah, it's a pretty fantastic car. All the reviews have been really good. Front-wheel drive car, sedan, of course, and it has that amazing body kit that looks super techy and cool. The original MSRP is right here, $34,775. Now that seems pretty reasonable considering the performance and the packages that you get on that car. The reason why I think the Civic Type-R is overhyped is because there's still dealerships that are charging way over the sticker price today. So I don't know exactly when the car came out. It was sometime in the past, 5-6 months or so. But even now, towards the end of 2017, guys, the average asking price on AutoTrader is $42,000 for the Civic Type-R. The MSRP didn't even go past $40,000. That means the $42,000, the 41, all of that is based on hype. So, Honda hype. All right, moving on from the Honda. I guess we'll go with the next cheapest thing on my list. I have the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. It took me a few times to learn how to say that. So guys, the MSRP on the Giulia Quadrifoglio starts at $74,000. That's a little bit expensive, not gonna lie, but at least, that's a fair price. The average asking price on AutoTrader for a Giulia Quadrifoglio today is $80,500. Now that's pretty expensive, $80,000 for a first-year car that they don't have any history with. I've heard some friends who have this car and they're having a lot of maintenance issues, meaning the car's not reliable, it's giving them a lot of problems that are just random, not problems that you would normally see in that type of car, which I think goes to Alfa Romeo's build quality. Let me put it this way, guys, when you have a perfect competitor like the BMW M3 and the M3 Competition, which the M3 Comp would be around the $80,000 mark, which competes with this price, how on earth could you look at the Giulia Quadrifoglio and park that next to an M3 Competition and say that you want the Alfa Romeo? It just makes no sense. The warranty, no, not as good. The maintenance is a nightmare from what we've heard from consumers so far, compared to BMW especially. So I just don't get it. Why is this car $80,000 when it shouldn't be? Okay, next thing on the list, everybody, we have the Lexus Lc 500. That's right, that's the new super luxury coupe that Lexus has, and although it does look pretty cool, I'll give it that. In the styling department, they did a great job. I think the headlights, the taillights, all that looks great. But for $100,000, that's where the MSRP is on that car. You can't get it less than $100,000. The average asking price is around $102,000, so it's not that hyped up on the resale market from the average MSRP. But my main point with this car is the original MSRP of around $100,000. That's just way too much. The performance test, guys, this thing is 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. That's freaking slow for that expensive of a car. If you want a really nice coupe that's very luxurious, sporty, has the looks and everything, just get a BMW 6 Series, get an S550 coupe. The Mercedes S550 coupe is so much better in terms of luxury, styling, and just all around what you get as a car compared to the LC500. There's no reason that this car should be $100,000. Come on, Lexus, it doesn't make sense. Alright, it's time for my fourth most hyped car of 2017, guys. This might come as a little bit of a surprise, but here we go. We've got the BMW i8. Now the BMW i8, I think we're all familiar with that car. It's a pretty unique car, and I'll give it a lot of credit because it's kind of the first of its kind. What I do like about the i8 is that BMW made an attempt to create a cool, futuristic, and fast sports car, but the thing is the price, guys. The price, way too expensive. Now, although the i8 is completely futuristic, it has a full carbon fiber cell, the doors go up, and it has a 3-cylinder engine with 2 electric hybrid batteries. It's still $143,000 starting price. That is insane. $143,000. You could get 2 BMW M3s for that. Come on. Now, although the MSRP on the i8 is only $143,000, the average price on AutoTrader, all my averages are on AutoTrader. I'm not sponsored, I just did this for fun because it was easy to see the average there. Anyway, the average, $160,000 on the BMW i8. Like, that is nuts to me. You look at all the other cars for $160,000, immediately my thoughts are AMG GTS and Audi R8. Those cars are so much better than the BMW i8, it's not even funny. And they cost less. That's just like, why, people? Are the doors that go up really that important to you? You need those cool LED lights in front, and you need the little, it's just crazy what people are paying for that car still. And this leads us to my number one overhyped car of 2017, guys. I kind of feel bad for saying this. It is a Porsche, and although I am a diehard, I love Porsche, it's just this car has such a troubled history, it kind of ruins it for me. Without further ado, guys, my number one most hyped car of 2017, we've got the 2017 Porsche 911R. Now, I say this with a grain of salt because I absolutely love the 911R as a car. Take away the price and just look at it as a performance car, it's fantastic. That new gearbox that they developed specifically for the 911R, it's fantastic. It has a lot of power. It could just cruise at over 200 miles an hour, which is fine. And what I'm getting at is all those features come at an MSRP of about $185,000, base price for a 911R. Now, I think $185,000, around $200,000 is worth it for that car because you are getting a 200+ mile an hour supercar, you're getting an amazing track performing car, and you're just getting such a good piece of kit, like that 4-liter flat-6 engine with the fully brand new gearbox for the car. That's really good, and that's worth $200,000. But where the hype comes in, guys, is this. The average, I can't even say this without laughing, the average price for a 911R on AutoTrader today, $440,000. From $185,000 to $440,000. That's today's current market. These cars have been out since early 2017. It's just, it blows my mind how much people are paying for the 911R. There's one big guy in the Southern California car scene on Instagram, and I won't name him specifically, but he was bragging to other people about paying $600,000 resale for his white on red 911R. Now, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be bragging if I paid that much for that car. I'd be like, oh my God, what kind of financial mistake did I do? This makes no sense. Quick little rant as well about the 911R, guys. I don't get why people are paying anywhere over $220,000, $230,000, let alone $440,000 for that car when you could order a brand new 2018 GT3 with the same gearbox and the same engine, and in my opinion, a much better package on the new GT3 for a lot less. It's just, like, when are people gonna realize 911R is worth the MSRP, but it's not worth anything more than that? Before everyone comments getting super angry about whatever I've said, guys, these are just my opinions coming from a 20-year-old in Southern California. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of my list? Would you add anything? Would you change any of the cars? And what are some overhyped cars that I missed that you guys think are overhyped for 2017 as well? As always, thank you all for watching. I hope you made it to the end of the video because that means you're a real one. I love you. See you guys next time. The sad part about all the hyped cars that I just named, I love them all. I think they're all pretty good cars apart from the Lexus and the i8. Those are worth a lot less than what I think they are. But the rest of the cars are pretty good. It's just kind of the hype around them and the pricing. It doesn't make sense considering other amazing cars that you could get for the same price, if not cheaper, that are better.